Hi, I'm Anne-Marie Morel with Patriot Update, bringing you my take on the news and events that happened throughout the week. Well, he's compared himself to FDR, President Reagan, Abraham Lincoln, and now President Obama has compared himself to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. At a private fundraiser in Manhattan, of course, Obama had this to say about his Dr. King connection. I think that we forget when he was alive, there was nobody who was more vilified, nobody who was more controversial, nobody who was more despairing at times. And it sounds like somebody is in need of a reality check. True, Dr. King was vilified by the Democrats. Nobody blocked Dr. King's efforts toward civil rights more than the Democrats. And while we're at it, nobody blocked freeing the slaves more than the Democrats. And those guys, started by the Democrats. Nobody has gotten a bigger pass from the mainstream media than President Obama. Dr. Martin Luther King gave his life toward building racial equality, and nobody has pushed that movement farther backwards than Barack Obama and his administration. At every turn, they're calling conservatives and Tea Party people racists on any subject just because we disagree with you. It's just my opinion, but Obama comparing himself to a great Christian leader like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is not only blasphemous, but if I were a member of the King family, I would consider suing for slander. I kind of hate to report this, but Goshen College in Indiana officially sucks. The small 1,000-student Mennonite college has banned the Star-Spangled Banner from playing at sports events because they have deemed it too violent. Rick Chandler from NBC Sports had this to say about that. I suppose we could have followed the example of the Mennonites and simply fled, giving the nation back to the British. But then we'd all be playing cricket. In Wisconsin, union protesters allegedly superglued the door shut to a school where Governor Scott Walker was going to read to school children. A few spokespeople for the unions had this to say about that. A report in UK's Daily Mail said that Michelle Obama has cost taxpayers $10 million just for her vacations. In addition to Michelle's very expensive 5-star taste in Spain, South Africa, a ski trip to Vail, and lots more. For reasons unknown, the Obamas recently chose to fly separately on their 9-day vacation to Martha's Vineyard, costing us taxpayers hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars extra just so they could arrive 4 hours apart from each other. Maybe I'm just jealous, but my husband and I had to opt out of a vacation this year because of Obama's economy. Yet, ironically, we as taxpayers are paying for all of their over-the-top expensive elitist vacations. And even if we could afford a vacation, we certainly couldn't afford to take off 109 days, as Obama has done in the past few years. And how do I get that number? The mainstream media is saying he's only taken 61 days, plus 48 days at Camp David. Well, as someone who hasn't gotten a vacation, I count Camp David as a vacation 109. So that doesn't even include Obama's 70-plus trips to the golf course. In the new segment I'm calling Foot in Mouth, Joe Biden has done it again. This time, on a recent trip to China, Biden says that he fully understands China's one-child policy and that the United States can learn from their population control in controlling their debt. Joe Biden, I think you've topped yourself this time. Really? You think that China's barbaric practice of forced abortion is the way we can control our debt here in the United States? As usual, Washington is in full spin cycle trying to wash away all of Biden's words. But Biden, really, if you want to control the debt, stop looking to all those children to do that. And maybe we should cut some government spending. And let's start with the Obamas and their expensive, extravagant, elitist, over-the-top vacations. $10 million. Do you know what I could have done with that money? But I digress. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Anne-Marie Morel with Patriot Update saying stay safe and keep the faith.